when I got in the car, I had said to my wife, we need this.
This is it.
Yeah, this is it. This is the solution for us. I usually use this place to kind of reset after work for a walk with the dog before. That was one thing that I didn't know that I would miss as much, but it's been one of the biggest joys that I can still do that now.
It's just those everyday
it's
small strolls and
small
stuff.
strolls and just
kind of
being out in
important
nature.
as well.
Yeah, it is important, and it's I don't know. It's something that you do every day, that you have time for every day, and that's probably why you appreciate it so much. I don't know.
You're an outdoors person.
It's where I've spent most of my life, in nature, so I had to get back to it. And have two boys. I've been a really active person all of my life. So I spent a lot of time in the mountains, hiking and biking and skiing. And kind of raised my children that way as well. It actually started in 2015 when I had an accident with my bike, and I got injury that affected the nerves to my right leg. So I have had a bit of mobility problems after that. But then in 2022, I started having trouble with muscle strength. So weakening, muscle fatigue, and also a lot of spasms. I started with forearm crutches, but couldn't walk very far with them. So already at that point, I knew that I had to find some way to get outside again in some other way.
You're an outdoors person.
It's where I've spent most of my life, in nature, so I had to get back to it. And I felt really restricted, and then I became more dependent on the wheelchair as well, like a manual chair, but that's not appropriate for this kind of outings, and not going to the mountains or just being outside with the boys. So the first thing I saw was the Exoquad. I don't know why, but it was like the first, and I just knew.
Or something?
I just knew I need to test it, and then by some coincidence, you were actually having a demo here just a few days later. So and we were there in December, and I knew when I got in the car, I had said to my wife, we need this.
This is it.
This is it. This is the solution for us. So and we were super lucky. Had a co-funding campaign, like a crowdfunding campaign.
That went amazing.
Yeah, it did. I didn't expect it to go that way.
But you know, in most cases, people they want to help. I know from my own experience when I got injured, there was also a similar crowd campaign because I had the same urge to get outside, you know, and I felt it was difficult to say yes to that. But I'm really glad that I did later, because people were so happy to be able to contribute in some way and help me to get the mobility aid I needed. At that point, I bought like a belted wheelchair.
Yeah, I've seen.
So and that worked for certain things, but it never took me to the places I really wanted to go, you know. But still, it made a huge difference there and then, and in the beginning phases after my injury.
For me, it felt kind of like something more than just asking for help, because it's money, and it's I don't know, it's and we got a lot of questions about why this wasn't something that I got from
the social services.
But at the same time, everyone was super positive, and it's been so fun to meet the people that have contributed when we are like in the forest or on the mountain or wherever. They are so happy to see us outside again, and they knew us before, so they knew that was our life, and now we're back to it. It's a huge shift for me, even if the shift has been gradual. It's been a huge shift for kind of my identity and everything. But I think it's even a bigger shift for my family, because they were used to see me
out and about. It's the same with me. A very active person with exercising and outdoor life, hiking, all that stuff, you know. And then all of a sudden you can't do that anymore, and it's a huge sense of loss connected to that. So that's also part of or the main reason why we started this, because when I got injured back in 2015, I couldn't find anything that kind of filled that void, if you know what I mean.
I understand.
So there was some solutions that worked good for certain things, and I tried out. It could perhaps work in snow or go downhill riding and have fun, but conquering steep terrain, difficult terrain, and that's where at least for me, that's where I wanted to go, you know.
Yeah, and you don't want to, like today we are on quite a nice trail, but you don't want to be constricted to these trails or to the dirt roads or what. You want to go where you used to go, so and I feel that's possible with the Exoquad, so it's been a huge change for me.
Like I said in a previous video I made earlier this week, disabled mountaineering. That was kind of a
that's
funny expression, but it can be a thing actually.
It's kind of it's going to be a thing. I didn't think I would be on like top of any mountain again. But the first time I was, it was super emotional. But at the same time, it was just like you didn't get emotional because you were just so happy. So it was like a huge
something
huge deal.
That was super important. But in some sense, as long as our bodies are working perfectly, you take it kind of for granted.
Yeah, you do.
And then when it's gone, then you realized how important it really was, and then how can I get back to that? So
I knew that I missed being on top of a mountain or being out like trail biking, but I didn't know how much I missed like just trips like this.
Yeah, like every day.
Small, just a stroll around the local forest or picking up the boys from kindergarten or whatever. And for me, the Exoquad has also given me a lot of independence. Because I use it every day for wherever I'm going. So
I guess I don't like to use the expression normalcy, but I want to lead a life that is as normal as possible, in the sense that I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and especially in mobility terms. Then that was difficult in the beginning. I couldn't really, you have the everyday mobility aids like the manual wheelchair, perhaps electric wheelchairs and stuff like that, but it's still like made for moving in urban areas or indoors. Like once there's a staircase or there's some obstacles, it's okay, what to do now?
There's also this one thing that a lot of people have said, imagine showing up to school or whatever in that one. You feel kind of cool in it, right? And
coolest parent that's in the schoolyard.
And everyone is like, what is that? And we were out on the 17th of May, like in the parade, and there was this little guy. He yelled, "Dad, look, she has a tractor!" I've also heard, oh, there's the Batmobile. So
The Batmobile, It's a good thing you took it in black then.
I think the freedom is the biggest thing for me.
Whenever I can, I bring it for like when we go for a holiday, or also in the winter when the kids are cross-country skiing, I can ride along.
That's a big deal.
Stuff like that. So.
And also when like the 2 years I didn't have any way to get outside, I had to stay back home, and my kids and my wife had to continue their life, and it really sucks. You were like, and even if I came along, I was just watching, and now I can actually be a part of the activity.
That's a really important point, to be able to participate, and can have them on our laps and drive them around, and so.
And I can be the fun parent again. And
exactly.
That's cool.
That's my experience as well. I remember when I came to and picked up my son at school, you know, and he was sitting on my lap, and all the kids were running along, and I was like the coolest dad, you know. And that meant a lot, and to him as well. It's always a fascination with children when they see it, and of course adults as well. And I have to, hand on heart, say that I've been riding around in so many different places in my hometown or on mountains and wooded areas, and met hundreds of hikers throughout the years, and never once have anyone said anything negative about me riding there, because it's non-intrusive. It's kind of compact and quiet and all that stuff. And once people realize that it's kind of a substitute for my legs, you know, then they understand what it's about, and then it's just, wow, this is amazing. Why haven't anyone made this earlier? You know, it's like, so that's nice.
It's really great to meet people, and everyone is, or at least everyone I've met, are really positive and just telling me how great it is to see that we're able to go outside. So
it's kind of overdue. You know, in terms of finding mobility aids that can be a little bit do-it-all, that can take us out where we normally shouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you understand what I mean, we should be there, but we can't. So it's like,
it opens up new areas. And that's,
I used to be a downhill mountain biker, so I kind of used the Exoquad and to also to find some adrenaline, you know. But for you, it's photography. I've seen that's been.
I used to do a lot of landscape and outdoorsy photography, and I really didn't know how to. Because I could always use my forearm crutches, but it was really limited what I was able to do with them. So now I'm back out in the areas where I used to shoot, and that's a huge deal for me. But I have found that I have had to change the way I shoot. Because I don't get the same angles, and I have tried to use that in a good way. Like my images look different today than they did a few years ago, and I don't think that's a bad thing. No, I think
it's like you have to be solution oriented, and you have to do things a little bit differently, and then keep working on it. And at some point, you usually find a way to
absolutely
to compensate and do it right.
Absolutely.